Hey everybody out there, this is Kris Nicholson. Happy holidays. And right now, I'm not in Florida. I'm actually in Vass, North Carolina. And I got the cottage back, which is really cool. This is good because my foot hurts like crazy. Sometimes just walking. And so I'm glad. I was going to ask for the cottage back. I love the villa, but right now I think this season I just needed to be downstairs, and I'm back in the cottage. So I just wanted to show you guys basically my winter home. So this is the cottage over here, and what I'm going to show you is different rooms, and hope you like it. Well, the cottage was basically the first house on this farm area. Actually, right attached to the cottage is a barn, which is really cool, and has horses, and I think 2 cats live there too, which is really neat. When I first came here, it was kind of like, wow, what happens if you do live alone? And can you take care of yourself? Just me and myself, because I always live with somebody. But it's an experience, and especially out in the country, rural area, it's definitely an experience, definitely a cool experience. So this house is actually attached to another house, which is the upstairs barn. I'm sorry, the upstairs villa, which is it's a 2-bedroom villa and 1 bathroom, which is really neat, and the barn is underneath the horse stable. One thing that I definitely like about this cottage is its country invite, that once you walk in, it kind of reminds me of my grandmother's house. My grandmother's house was a lot bigger. She lived in Virginia, and it just has such a home country style invite, which is really good. Of course, here we have the horse stables. There's an indoor arena and an outdoor arena. There is actually 3 lakes, which are really cool. And I tell you this, I never swam in those lakes. But it's such a good atmosphere if you want to clear your mind, play music like I do, and come up with some songs, or just practice. It's a great atmosphere. First, we're going to start with the kitchen. The dining room and the kitchen, they're both basically original stuff that was actually in the house when Paula and Bob bought it, and bought it as a farm, and they had to actually renovate this as a house. This is actually now a guest house. I don't own the property. I just kind of rented for like 4 days, and that's it. But this place right over here, the stove is actually the original stove that actually came with the house, and I don't know if it still works or not. I like to sit at the table. I like to eat my steaks and drink my beer, which is really good. And as you can see, I'm only here mostly on the winter. Sure, it says New York, but it's not New York. And it's cold outside, but being in this house gives me that warm feeling. Well, the first room that we're going to start with is what I either call the blue room, or I call it the candle room, because it's such a nice room to sleep in. The bed is very, very comfortable. It's nice and puffy, and when I move around, it's like a big hug, and it's really cool. You have basically dark tiger walnut furniture, from the armrests to the dresser. And when I first saw it, I was like, wow, this is such a cool room with the matching floors throughout the whole house, which is the cedar mahogany floors. And once I lay on that bed and just close my eyes, it's just gorgeous. I wake up and I'm thinking I'm back in Florida, but I'm not. The other room, which we call the olive room, or what I usually call it, the painted lady room. It's more delicate, it's more ladylike. It's actually a bigger room. It's bigger than the room that I stay in, and a lot of people's like, why would you stay in the little room? Because of the bed. Number one. Number two, it's just very, very. The atmosphere is different. I should say the atmosphere is different from one room to the other room. I did stay in the other room before a long time ago, but I decided I liked the little room better. That room also has almost kind of like the same style of furniture, and also it has a sleep number bed, so you can actually adjust the level. The bathroom. The bathroom is so cool. It's, of course, a yellow room bathroom right there. Once you walk into the bathroom, it's like you're greeted with royalty. You have his and hers, or what they call a Jack and Jill sink. Plus you have your own private area for your kimono, which is really good. And you have a stand-up shower, a modern stand-up shower. What Paula Johnson did with this cottage is basically kept it old world style with more modern appliances, technologies, and she did such a great job. We have different lightings. You can set the mood of the lighting of the house, which is really good. I always thought if I were to live here, where would I put my piano? And last but not least, the living room. The living room, it is basically kind of like a sitting room, kind of living room where you talk and you mingle. And, it's just, I love it. I absolutely love it. What can I say? To come here every winter for Christmas and play for the Johnson family's Christmas party in their main house. They have a huge mansion. To play that, play for the party. It's very, very awesome. The living room, basically, it kind of, as I said, again, reminds me of my grandmother's house. And every time I come here, I don't watch TV. I don't watch TV at all. What I usually do is I just turn on the Christmas music, listen to it, and study the Christmas music the way how it's supposed to be. Now, what I realized is that when I walked into this house, this cottage, there's usually people who stay here. There is a guest book, and I didn't realize I was the last person to actually use this cottage. And it's interesting because it's kind of the same way how I left it when I first came here. That's 3 years ago. And so the cottage and the villa upstairs, they have other people that usually stay in it and everything like that, but it's like it's never been touched. It's like how I left it. And to see this letter that I actually, when I first spent time here with Bob and Paula, kind of touches me because they are family to me. They are very, very family to me. They opened up their house to me. They, they didn't know who I was at first, so they opened up their house to me. They opened up their invitement, their love, and I tell you this, it's priceless. It's priceless. And Bob and Paula, I thank you so much for doing that. Well, everybody, that concludes the tour of the house. Thank you so much for watching. Please click like, subscribe, follow me on everything. I don't have my website anymore, but it's okay because I've seen a lot of people follow me on YouTube and Twitter, and also they follow me on Facebook. But this is where I go every winter. I'll perform the Christmas party, and this Christmas party is going to be very, very interesting and very inviting. My mom, I know she's here with me, and I tell you this, it's this Christmas is going to be a little bit emotional, a little bit different without her, because my mother was a Christmas mother, and for her not to be here, or I should say she's around us, but for her not to be here presently, I don't know what to think about that. I mean, it's not hit me yet since I'm here, but I know Christmas Day is going to definitely hit me. Being here actually is like therapy to me, and I noticed my family and my friends became my family. And I thank each and every one of y'all for that. I love each and every one of y'all. I'll see ya. Merry Christmas. Happy holidays. Bye-bye. Mwah.